What's up, pups? So I know I've been mentioning this so much on social networking sites and in my videos, and I'm sure that you guys are just tired of hearing it by now. But eventually, this space that you see me filming in, I will not be filming in it anymore because I'm moving really soon. I know I haven't been very specific with what's going on with me in regards to moving. I've just told you guys that I'm moving twice. So basically what's happening is my parents have bought another house, and I will be living in that house until about November. So for a couple months I'll be in that new place. But then in November/December, I move in with my boyfriend. And while I'm very excited to be starting like a life journey with my boyfriend, I'm absolutely terrified. You see, I've lived at home my entire life. I've never not lived with my parents. I mean, I'm 25 years old, never left the house. When I went to college, I went to local colleges, so I was able to live at home and save money that way, so it never happened for me. Which is really strange because all three of my brothers are younger than I, and they all moved out at like 18, 19. I'm still here. Sup? So I figured I would make a video talking about this with you guys just because I'm sure there's a good portion of you that still live at home with your parents and there's a good portion of you who don't live at home with your parents. So I'm really afraid of being out on my own, even though I'm not necessarily going to be alone because I'll be living with my boyfriend, but I feel like it's different. Like when you're living with your parents, you have this different kind of support system at home. Like I come home and I know that there's always going to be someone here. There's always going to be food in the fridge. I mean, if I go shopping, there is. There's always going to be things, you know? Like this is always going to be just what it is because they're my parents and they love me and, you know, they'll always have this for me. And of course, when my boyfriend and I first decided to talk about moving in together, I was like, yeah, for sure. I want to move out. I'm so excited. I want to live with you. This is great. I'm ready. But as it's getting progressively closer, it's starting to freak me out a lot. For starters, everything in my room is my stuff. And it's been my stuff forever. Like, it's my room. When you move in with someone, it's not just your room anymore. And I'm not trying to sound selfish, but like sharing a room versus having your own room, it's like it diminishes that like personal space privacy. So it's like kind of weird. And then I just don't know what I'm gonna do about my stuff because he has his stuff and I have my stuff and we can't have both of our stuff in the room because then where are we gonna walk? So I'm facing this problem now where I have to sell all my furniture off because he doesn't really have that much furniture to begin with since he moved down from Chicago a few months back. But it's just simply the fact that he wants to get new furniture and I can't take my furniture. Does anyone understand what I'm talking about? Like maybe someone's going through a similar situation, like because it's like, it's my stuff. It's mine. And then I have to get rid of it and it's making me feel funny. And I don't know, like I guess maybe it's just like nerves and stuff and like I just feel like it's gonna be very different. And I'm not saying it's not gonna be a good different because I'm sure it'll be great, and then comes in the whole concept of like paying rent and having bills, which I have bills right now and I pay those on my own. And my parents don't give me money to pay bills, you know, my bills. I pay all of my own bills, but when I move out, there's gonna be new expenses on top of those bills. I'm gonna have to pay rent and I'm gonna have to pay utilities and gas and water and so many other things that I don't understand because I've never been out on my own. And most people understand this, but there's a different lifestyle when you're living at home with your parents and when you're living on your own. You're a lot more frugal when you live on your own. I'm not saying that I go out and spend outrageous amounts of money right now, but I'm not going to be able to keep living the way that I'm living now when I'm living on my own, if that makes any sense. Like, instead of buying Captain Crunch, I'm going to be buying Publix brand cereal, if that makes sense. I don't know why I use that analogy because I actually hate Captain Crunch, but regardless, you get what I'm talking about. So I guess there's just a lot of things about moving out and being on my own that are freaking me out. I don't know. Overall, there's just a lot of different thoughts about moving out going through my mind, and none of them have to do with not moving out. Like, it's for sure, I'm gonna move out. Like, and it's not even just like that I want to. I think it's time for me to move out. Like, I think it's more so like I'm 25, I need to start trying to be on my own. I don't want to be 30 years old and living with my parents. Not that that's a terrible thing, but if not now, then when? So it's definitely happening. It's just a matter of like coming to terms and being okay because right now I'm scared. as anything. Like, I'm terrified. So if any of you guys are going through similar situations, or maybe you already live on your own, so you've gone through this before, leave a comment down below and tell me how you handled it, or how you are handling it. Sometimes I think it's best to analyze different people's situations and find out how they handled certain things, and then you can kind of create like a plaster mold of your own situation from lots of other I don't make sense. Sorry. So yeah, and if you're not already subscribed, click that red button down below. There are links in the description to my Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, Instagram, you name it, it's there. I'll see you guys in a few days with another video. Peace out, Trots.